Everyone knows football, but not everyone knows its secrets. Cut to dramatic old footage of ancient games, kings, muddy pitches, first World Cup images, from the banned games played in black alleys to the forgotten legends who shaped the sport, to the world stories FIFA never tells. Cut to modern stars, Pele, Maradona, Messi, African legends. So this channel is where football history comes alive. I'm Chief, and every week I uncover the hidden side of the beautiful game, the myths, the scandals, the heroes, and the unbelievable stories you have never heard. So, if you love football, truly love it, hit that subscribe button because the story begins right now. So, if you think you know football, think again. Today, I'm going to take you back, way back, to a time before Messi, before Pele, before the first whistle ever blew in a stadium. This is a story of war, forbidden games, royal anger, and a sport that survived centuries of chaos to become the beautiful game we love today. So, let's begin. First, I'm going to talk about the game that almost never existed. Over 2000 years ago, long before the Premier League or La Liga, the Chinese played a rough game called Kuju, kicking a leather ball stuffed with feathers. It was so important that emperors watched the matches themselves. But China wasn't alone. Across the world in ancient Greece, players were smashing into each other in a violent ball game, and the Romans had an extreme version where whole villages battled for a ball in the mud. Soldiers used these games to train for war. Football was literally a battlefield. But here is the twist. Did you know that football was once illegal? In the 1300s, English kings absolutely hated football. Why? Because the young men loved football more than archery, and the king said, if my men can't shoot arrows, how will I win wars? So King Edward II banned football completely. Anyone caught playing could be thrown in jail. Imagine being arrested today just for playing a five-a-side with their friends. But people refused to stop. They played secretly in alleyways and farms. Football became a rebel sport, the game of the people, the game you played even when the law said no, and that spirit never died. The day football changed forever, fast forward to 1863, in a small meeting room in a London pub, representatives from several English clubs gathered. They sat down with one mission: create one set of rules. Before this, the game had no standard rules. Some teams used hands, others didn't. Some allowed hacking people's legs, others banned it. It was chaos. So that night, after hours of arguments, they finally created laws we still use today. That meeting gave birth to the Football Association, and the modern game was officially born. But something unexpected happened. This Half the men in the room refused to accept the new rules. They wanted to keep using hands, keep tackling violently, keep football as a warrior's game, so they walked out. That walkout created a new sport, which was rugby. Yes, rugby exists today because football leaders refused to compromise. Football and rugby were once the same sport until one meeting changed everything. You have heard of Pele, Maradona, Zidane, but what about the man who scored the first ever goal in World Cup history? Almost no one knows his name. It was Lucien Laurent from France in 1930. So the first World Cup had no official ball sponsor, no global TV broadcast, no money. Some teams traveled to Uruguay by ship for weeks just to take part. Matches were rough, referees had no spray, and players wore heavy cotton shirts that absorbed sweat like sponges. But that tournament lit the fire that will grow into the biggest sports event on earth, watched by billions. So for decades, football was physical and defensive until one small country changed everything. Which is the country? Brazil. They brought samba steps, rhythm, dribbling flair, football that danced. Players like Garincha and later later Pele transformed the sport into art. Suddenly, football wasn't just a competition, it was culture, joy, and creativity. This style spread across the world and shaped the modern game. Here is the truth. Football didn't survive because King supported it. It didn't survive because it was clean or safe. It survived because the people refused to let it die. It survived revolutions, world wars, bans, and disagreements. It became the world's game because it belonged to everyone: the rich, the poor, the soldiers, school children, street kids, and legends who rose from nothing. And even today, all you need is a ball or anything shaped like a ball and space. That's the beauty of it. So if you think football is just a sport, remember this. It's a story of rebellion, passion, survival, and magic. And on this channel, we uncover the parts of football history they never taught you. Stick around. Chief has more untold football stories coming your way. Thank you for your time.